Good afternoon and welcome back once again to the Mythic Championship for Season 13 of Heroes Lounge. Yes, the best of Division 1 are here to try and claim the grand title of being the Mythic Championship champions. I'm joined here, of course, by Deadly Kitten. How are we doing, DK?
Yes, very fine. We had a beautiful series just previous to this, where there have been some spicy picks, maybe like a Stitches or something. Really enjoyed that, but now we have another series in the lower bracket. We have Hype against Disgusting. Now, they did play each other previously in the regular season in Division 1, where Disgusting did win in a 2-0 fashion. So Hype is definitely looking to make a statement and maybe get their revenge a bit.
Yeah, and they've come out swinging, of course, taking out Pepe Milady, one of the sort of top teams also considered in Division 1. We can sort of, if you look at Division 1 as it was in Season 13, Pepe Milady were the second team after all the games were played. So Hype taking them out to be in this position is really, really impressive. Of course, Hasa Wins These Every Day is still the #1 team to look out for as we go forward in this competition. But yes, Hype, they've taken out Pepe Milady today. They've previously, in their group, they took out DNA and Project Kramer to make their way into the finals. So after Disgusting took out DNA themselves, this is going to be a real test to see who is going to be facing those other top teams of Division 1. Of course, we'll have our upper bracket semi-final immediately after this game, but we're not there yet. So we've had the map picks, the map bans for this game. If we just go and have a little look at them, we have, of course, the bans of Braxis Holdout and Tabs of Doom being banned out by Disgusting, and Sky Temple and Cursed Hollow being banned by Hype, which left us with a beautiful pick of which map, DK?
Battlefield of Eternity. And I'm really looking forward to have a big battlefield here. I want kills, I want fights from these two very high-level teams, and I'm really excited to see what is going to happen here.
Yeah, BOE, that map that enables quite a different strategy to any other map here, because you need that race potential. You can opt to maybe go for something a big old team fight where you don't have to think about those pesky waves on the other side. But if you do fall behind in experience, it's going to be so hard to catch up unless you find those big picks. We have people in the chat saying, big series coming. Galna Gunner saying, good series, and that well could be this series. Yeah, these teams, they're looking hype. They're looking good. And if you support either of the teams, make sure you shout them out in the chat. We want to see all the support, and they do too. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Who are you thinking are going to be winning this one? Then you said that Disgusting obviously beat them in the main series. Do you think they're going to be able to keep that up here?
I mean, no, it was Disgusting who beat Hype, actually. What's the other way?
Oh, yes. Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really, I'm not sure. I think Disgusting has the upper hand slightly, because they did have that map or that match win against them in the earlier season, but it's been a big amount of weeks since then. So we can't be sure yet of who's going to win.
Lots of different strategies, of course, that couldn't come out here. So we do have, indeed, everything is getting ready. We are getting prepared for our fight here on Battlefield Eternity. There was a small break between these games. This Hype has literally just come off a 3-game series. But does that mean that we could get lots of a good series here against Disgusting, who did take the games 2-0 against Diablo Needs Affection? They did so well, DNA, but unfortunately not able to make it this far. So both teams are ready. We're going to be heading into that draft in just a moment. This is, of course, the Mythic Championship for Heroes Lounge Season 13, and we are in our lower bracket semi-final. Which team takes it? It will have to wait and see.
Yeah, and it looks like we're ready to head into the first game of this best of 3 series between these two amazing teams in Hype and Disgusting. And of course, we're going to go to Battlefield of Eternity. And there we are.
We've got there now. The draft starts. Red team, of course, with first pick. This was picked up by Hype. So, Disgusting get the opportunity to think, what do we want? What sort of race hero do we want? Or are there other heroes? We had a high priority of Tigers coming out from DNA in our previous one. But I don't think we'll see the same here. Of course, Disgusting had a composition in mind last time, but they did not ban Sylvanas. But this time, they are. What do you think that means for their first pick?
Not sure. We see Johanna being banned out as well. And usually on this map, you want those race heroes like a Rainer, like a Greymane, like the Chromie who can poke from far away, a Li Ming. As we see Arak being banned out as well, and that makes a lot of sense. Hype does have a very strong Arak player. It's going to be a struggle for you, Transparent, to name his name, so I'm going to let you do that. But we see a tank choke coming out from Hype now.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, the tank choke coming out, which means that May probably will either be picked up early here by Lavakal or something that Hype may focus. But the Li Ming being the one to go against them now. Yeah, that's a big pick here because it means that Anna is still open, and they need to either think about picking that Anna or risk giving Anna Li Ming over to Disgusting, which on this map, it is disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Arion's Ming in the past 2 games against Diablo Needs Affection, and he popped off so hard. So imagine him with a nano boost on top of it. That's going to be scary, but no. There's going to be the Anna being taken, and the Mei as well. High priority from them.
Yeah, I mean, we were just talking about this, that Lavakal had been playing this Mei almost non-stop today. So with that being denied, I think Hype are going more for the deny draft rather than sort of the simple picking what we want. And speaking of picking what we want, there's the Brightwing and Diva that we saw from Discussing It. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, as Transparent said, they won the past 2 games against Diablo Needs Affection with this exact draft with Li Ming, Brightwing, Diva. They had a Cassia and a Mei, but they won't be able to get that since Parnax from Hype did take that away from them.
Yeah, so Diva coming out here right now. And then a Nubrek being banned. Once again, this big tank choke. It just means that less and less tanks are available. Will we see a tank be picked up as the off lane as well for Hype?
What tank could that be then? Because usually you see either ETC or Nubrek maybe in that offering, but it could be a variant with Taunt possibly.
Yeah, well,
which would synergize well with the Ming and the Brightwing.
Yeah, of course, today we have only seen Disgusting play Mei, but in the past they do play a lot of ETC, which we've seen banned out, and Imperius as well. So we see the Lunara and the Yarel. So I think they are generally going for those deny picks. But Lunara adds a little bit of... It's almost a nano boost target as well as a bit of race. So I kind of like what Hype are doing here.
Yeah, I like it. There's a lot of poke coming down from them with the Lunara, with the Mei. Anna can set up with the sleeps. It's looking really good for them so far now. I want to see what this tank is going to be on the side of Disgusting. It is going to be the Varian and the Genji. Oh, I like that pick. The Varian has the Shield Smash, the Shattering Throw into the Mei trait, which is going to deny her passive healing, and Genji is going to be there to annoy the Lunara, to annoy the Anna. Really like this last rotation from them.
It really is good, and if you get that taunt lockdown into the orb, into the cutting strike of Genji to get the resets, it's really good. But speaking about trying to get a blow up, yeah, DK, tell us why Medivh is good in this situation.
I mean, he can create engages with portals for the Mei, who can portal behind the enemy team and maybe get an avalanche in, but can also protect the Becca and the Lunara, the Anna from the Genji onslaught there. So I really like this last pick from Hype here.
Yeah, and Medivh is just so impactful on this map sometimes. You know, you don't get that race that perhaps you always want to have, but it gives you such good team fight control, and that is exactly what Disgusting have drafted for themselves. So a good counter pick here for Hype. If you think that Hype are going to win this game, you can do !bet A and the number of points you think that you want to bet for them. But if you think Disgusting are going to win this one, you do !bet B and the number of points. Of course, this is the Mythic Championship for Heroes Down Season 13, and these two teams are really trying to be in those last three of the ones taking the championship. So we now go into our game number 1 on Battlefield of Eternity. And on the blue team, we of course have Hype with Hoplika on that Lunara, Nox on Anna, Parnax on May, Halcyon on Medivh, and Days on Urel.
And on the right side, we have Disgusting. And we have Itrax on Liming, Lavakel on that variant. We have Rutek on the Brightwing. Diva is in the top lane, being played by Arcunis. And Arion, not on the Ming this time actually, but on the Genji. Let's see how he will do there.
Yeah, and so the teams come down once again into this 4-man in the bot lane. The Medivh just trying to scout out, make sure there's no funny business going on the red team, as they're going to try and poke away against Hype here, who are positioning very safely as well.
Now I like this, that Lunara went for the Sentinel Wisp at level 1, which gives them so much vision control of the enemy team when it is placed in those bushes. Such a balance. So they're now pushing in a bit. Halcyon trying to get stacks, of course, just missing that Arcane Rift as it's definitely dodged by Lavacal. So 2 stacks so far on the Arcane Rift until he can start dishing out the extra cooldown reduction damage. Liming is already looking for those combos, clearing the wave as fast as possible, since their wave clear with the Genji and the Liming isn't that great, but that's not really what you're looking for on this map.
Yeah, it's not really what you're looking for, but it still helps in these early phases, especially when you're sort of trying to make sure. But here comes a variant trying to look to go in, but already we see a big fight coming up in the top. Hoplika and Days trying to defend against the mercenary camp taking that Arion and Arcunis are trying to do. And a big rotation from the red team here.
Yeah, Itrax is here on the Liming, so is the Lavacal on that variant, and I like this. They leave the Brightwing in the bottom lane, so they get the additional XP, and if needed, Brightwing can always be there in the top lane with that teleport.
Yeah, so now the red team really looking to push in with this camp as well. Just that little auto attack damage from Genji, the spells from Liming. It's important to, not ignore that every little bit of structure damage can help on this map, as the Immortals will be walking down, and that's often the way that this game ends.
And I like what Disgusting is doing here, getting the front wall in the top lane already, while Hype is just finished doing the siege camp in the bottom lane and is now trying to create pressure. But it's not as good as Disgusting's pressure.
Yeah, we talked about the wave clear a little bit, and like Medivh obviously does not have any really, unless there are heroes in range, and that means that these camps just put in additional pressure. It's just really hard for them to clear out these pushes that Disgusting have already put on. We saw them put on a good display in the first games today, but now here we are. It's looking very, very good for them in game number 1 of this Mythic Cup semi-final lower bracket.
Yeah, now both teams are prioritizing their bruiser camps. The red team already finished it, is going to set up for some racing, while the blue team is just now taking it and is a bit late on that rotation, already losing health on that Immortal.
Yeah, so the red team poking away, getting those auto attacks in. Don't underestimate those Genji AAs, as well as obviously his little shurikens that he throws well. But Parnax is trying to be incredibly annoying in the backline, but it just means there's lots of space going over to the rest of the team. Here, Arion trying to put the pressure on May as well. This is such a good team fight, and I really like what both teams are doing right now.
Yeah, and this is so strong for Disgusting. They have the first halftime, and they're gonna put a lot of damage on this now. Lunara did put some poison on the Immortal, but they're looking to defend this now. Medivh uses the portal for the rotation. Diva uses the bomb. Is not going to fall there, and the bomb secures the the Immortal, actually.
Yeah, viewers in the chat, you really need to keep an eye on Arcunis, as he's been doing so well on this Devo. Great bomb usage all the time, but we see a little bit of an engage coming in here from Hype. The deny from the grenade. Lava Color's falling lower and lower, and that taunt is not going to help you as it puts the poison onto you. Rutek is also falling lower and lower, and it looks like Hype is going to take the first 2 kills of this game, despite losing that Immortal.
Yeah, that was so well done by Nox on that Ana. Varian thought he was safe because the TP was coming in, but the anti-nade just so well timed denies that healing. Varian falls, and Browing, because of the teleport, is in a bad position. Doesn't have the blink heal yet, and just falls after.
Yeah, so here we see it now. Of course, red team looking to put pressure on elsewhere. Both level 7s picked up for both teams. The complete sleep picture build here for Ana, and Li Ming obviously picking up that crucial calamity that may help in getting some of the kills they absolutely want. I just want to say we've got a lot of protected coming out here. Almost all the heroes that can do protected. We've obviously got the Medivh, the Genji, and the Varian at level 10,
Yeah,
if that is what they pick it up.
Is there any other hero that has protected?
Yeah, Anduin.
Oh yeah, right. We see now the top camp being taken by the blue team here. Arcunis takes some punishment, and 36 stacks already on that Arcane Rift from Halcyon. He's going to look to finish that quest. And then he can be a lot more aggressive. We see the anti-nade come down, but it's slightly too late. Genji puts the pressure as well.
Halcyon falling lower and lower, and that means that they have to back out a little bit. The bottom lane soak is not being picked up by either teams right now, as they sort of trying to do their best. The stun comes in, is really good. Daze is able to get the knockback on Li Ming, but that just means that, and the mech kill is picked up. Nice work here from Hype, just getting these little tiny bits here and there. Yeah,
and as we said in the previous series as well, when the mech fell, every bit of XP is useful in these fights, because it can be just a slither of XP where you have an advantage in level 10, where you can just pull the trigger and just win the fight like that.
Yep, so now, blue team trying to take advantage of the momentum they have gained. We see the Brightwing is trying their best to keep people healed up. We've seen Brightwing being picked up more and more recently, but she still struggles a little bit at times, and teams are using her to a great success, but can they use it to success this time against Hype? The race begins once again. We have both teams just focusing completely on that, as Lunara is starting to get a bit more damage, of course, now with choking Nature's Culling on level 4.
Yeah, and that's going to be a big power spike now. Medivh did finish his Arcane Rift, which is going to be a big power spike for him as well. Level 10 is slightly close for Disgusting, but it's so even. It's so even in these fights, and they're looking to raise more. The Immortal health is so even, Transparent.
Yeah, it absolutely is, and now both teams, blue team looking for the defense, while Aaron tries to get the sort of poke there. Arcunis having to pop the Diva mech, and it means that it's going to explode a bit quicker now. He falls lower and lower, but no kill this time. Genji goes in, the Protected comes out on the Lunara to save them. Now both teams looking at the race as the blue team fall lower and lower, and Ana is going to try to keep people topped up before either team hits that level 10.
Yeah, Lunara is doing a lot of damage to this, but I think the red team is going to win this Punisher, or this Immortal. And yes, they do. 1500 health is going to be converted into shields into that bottom lane, and now level 10 is in for both teams.
Yep, so here we go. We have that Avalanche that was so impactful in our earlier series. The Leyline Seal, which is a fantastic ability. And of course, the second life that Ardent Defender gives Yrel. This is going to be super good for the blue team. Oh! And an Eye of Horus.
Yeah. I mean,
it could do well. Obviously, they are going to be dove on by the Genji and possibly the Diva, but it might do some good. As we see Varian's being displaced out of the map. Hoplika trying their best to do something. The Leyline Seal coming out on the back line of Genji and Li Ming, but it doesn't seem like Hyper able to get something, and still needs to take care of this Immortal.
Yeah, Disgusting is looking fairly low though, but Genji, Arion is securing that kill on the Mei, but Ana with the Eye of Horus secured the kill onto Genji, secures the kill onto Li Ming as well. Beautiful play by Nox here. The triple kill from him.
Yeah, we think that Nox is playing Ana, but really it's the other Overwatch hero, Widowmaker, as Nox is just being a complete sniper, getting those kills. I think 2 kills in that team fight just
The Eye of Horus,
the
yeah,
Eye
you're
of
right.
Horus itself.
And now they're going to put pressure into this bottom lane. They have the minion wave, they have the Lunara, who does so much damage to these structures now.
Now, we've sort of said that both teams are doing quite well. They've got level 10, but there's another important level coming. Level 13 will bring that shield breaker that Varian can have that may well put Ming in a little bit more danger than she has been previously. So we'll have to see if that's going to be the talent, or perhaps if they'll go for the Mortal Strike upgrade of reducing healing. But I think reducing that shield is quite impactful against Mei. Would you not think, DK?
Yeah, definitely. From the games I've played with Mei, she is so she relies on that so much. She gets the 40 spell armor as well at level 4, and it's just so strong. And if you don't have that, then Genji Swift Strike onto the point contestant against the Urel. Now 4 people here from Disgusting. Everybody is rotating. The Leyline Seal onto 3. Varian and Diva are there. The Snowball onto 2. Can they secure kills? And
Eye of Horus doing a lot of work, but she's also stationary, and it means that Itrax can just easily get a kill, and there's no support now here for Hype. Hype is still chasing down the rest of the red team as they're falling lower and lower. Brightwing's trying so much, but the Dragon Blade is here, as well as the level 4 challenge of Dragon Claw, just meaning that there's so much damage, but blue team is still kept alive. They obviously have the protector, they have self-sustain, and they're looking to turn this back around onto the 5-man team that is Disgusting.
yeah, they're using the portal. The taunt comes down onto Urel, protected. Is there Ravakal in a world of hurt now? And he is not going to be able to get out. Now the Ming combo, big onto Halcyon. Lunara falls, gets the reset. That's going to be it. It's going to be a 2-for-1 in kills.
Yeah, I don't think Itrax realized that Lunara was so low to being finished off. They were looking like they were going to try and focus them at Div. And I think had they known they were going to get a reset, they probably would have committed a little bit more. But here, they've peeled out, peeled back, and they got a kill. But blue team are taking the advantage in the race so far in this 3rd objective.
Yeah, and the blue team is looking to raise this a bit. And are now going to defend their own Immortal, maybe even looking for that Bruiser camp, and yes they are. Now they need Lunara here to be able to take that as fast as possible, and there she is with that Nature's Culling, 125% more damage to non-heroes.
Yep, so now the red team looking to make the race of their own. Both Bruiser attempts being picked up, but now we see them pushing in. Maybe red team can find something. The taunt is there, but Genji just Swift Strikes out. There is the Leyline Seal once again, stopping the backline. Yeah, they're trying their best to sleep dart, not able to be there, but there is the huge avalanche onto the Varian. He's put into a place that he doesn't want to be. Can he escape? Gets the charge onto the Diva mech, and there is Brywin keeping them alive. Really nicely done here from Disgusting as they walk away with their lives.
Yeah, Ravakal being able to dash out with that Warbringer at level 10 to his Diva, securing his escape there. But now we do see level 16 is closer for Disgusting, and maybe they're just going to try and poke this Immortal down a bit and soak the waves as the top fort falls to the Bruiser camp.
Yeah, so here we are. We're sort of looking at the halftime show. Red team a little bit ahead, and you know they're not ahead in kills, but they definitely are ahead in structures and presence. We've seen this before. Again, the BOE, you sort of get the kills, but you just can't get anything else done on the map. You see Days now maybe trying to cut off Lavacol. There is a couple of minions here that Lavacol was able to dash to. We see Brightman coming in, how the grenade just dodged by Arion, and Arion is here with a Dragon Strike, with a Dragon Sword, trying their best to make them. And that sweet word kill on Medivh, nicely done here from the red team. But there's Ana with the Eye of Horus trying to snipe away, trying to get something. Diva interrupts with the dash, and now red team in a position to win this Immortal, but all very low on health bars. And when you've got Brightwing, it takes a long time to get those health bars topped back up.
Yeah, and I like what they're doing here. They're just going to back to the fountain. They know that they're going to win this Immortal, so they're just going to heal up a bit, and now they're going to try and secure as the sleep goes down onto Genji. The stun from Mei as well, but he's able to dash out. Taunt goes down onto Parnax. Ming combo follows, but doesn't quite hit the Immortal. Is now taken by Disgusting. Yeah. And they have level 16. They're gonna push onto top, onto that keep.
But Lunara's in a bit of danger. The Genji is able just to get that splish strike to be able to stop them. There is a big Leyline Seal to stop any more damage. The sleep is there. But no, Leyline Seal able to peel them away here, but not going to save them in terms of a team fight. As they're now behind, as you say, level 16 for the red team, pushing in on this top lane with a hefty immortal that is Beleth.
Yeah, it's still a lot of shields on there, and I think Disgusting want this keep. They want to create that additional map pressure. They want that experience lead that they get from it. And now they're looking to take it. It's already half health. Genji is putting out the damage. Gets slapped though by the Ana. Takes damage. Dashes into the Mei. Stun and is taken out. But so is the keep.
Yeah, I think they're going to sacrifice a keep for a couple of kills here, as Brightwing has 7 more seconds until she can port back on. Lunara looking to try and get the damage onto this Li Ming. She doesn't have the spell shield though yet, so she is going to just walk away. And Diva Mech is going to be the one that falls, as well as the red team in the front line getting taken down. Varian there and Brightwing teleported there. Perhaps not the best place to be.
Now the core is taking so much damage actually. 63% and falling. 55. 47, this Immortal is doing so much damage to the core from Hype.
Yeah, this could almost end the game by itself. It's going down to 20%, 15%. If it was left for any longer, it would have been down to single-digit core percentage. Wow. This just needs a backdoor here from Disgusting when they get the opportunity.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. Although their core damage isn't that great, 15%. With a bit of shielding is nothing. It's definitely possible.
Yep, so here we go. Red team now. They're in control. They have so much stuff to just close out this game. They've been behind in kills all the time, but getting that Immortal means that you win the game, DK. Until we get to the later stages of the game, it looks like Hype are going to need team wipe after team wipe to be able to keep themselves here in the Mythic Championship.
Yeah, but this is where the big power spikes come out from Lunara with that unfair advantage. Level 16, 60% more damage to targets that are slowed, rooted, or stunned. And that Mei just provides constant slows on everyone. So Lunara is going to benefit from that a lot.
Yeah, so red team, I think they're playing it quite patiently now. They're just waiting for level 20, waiting for those key things. And also, of course, the Immortal spawning in 25 seconds now. Blue team timing their bruiser camp a little bit better, but mainly because they're struggling to raise it, as they've got Lunara clearing the offlane. Red team here looking for the invade. Halcyon was able to scout out as the Medivh, but here is the Diva Bomb. She's going in there. She has it available. Halcyon looking for the Leyline Seal. Yep, there it is. The Absorb coming out from there, but there, the Avalanche just only hitting one person here. The Diva still has the bomb. There it is. There's a huge mech, and Lunara trying to put the damage here on the backline, but no, Genji is able to swiftly take care of them once again with a Dragon Strike. Sleep not enough to keep them alive right now, as red team still very much in the control of this game on Battlefield.
Are they going to look for core here?
Oh, I mean, they're going to look at it. There's only 15% as well as a 50% value shield, and I think this is the right call from them.
Yeah, I agree. And this core is just falling. Genji is basically an Illidan. On the core, you can't catch him. And that's going to be game going over to Disgusting.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so super duper good from Disgusting here. Really getting back into the game and forcing those fights once they had lost a couple of bits. But they got the Immortal every time, and here just getting 1 kill against Lunara proved to be the downfall of Hype in game number 1. Now,
yeah, and that's it. Like, the Lunara is the only real damage they have. Medivh isn't quite able to deal that much. So, yeah, very good call by Disgusting. They know the map, they know their heroes, and they take game number 1.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like we are going to Tomb of the Spider Queen as the choice for Hype. Yeah, so, I mean, Disgusting looks very strong there, although the team fights, it's hard to say who they were going over to, but definitely the map weapons of Disgusting being superior here for them. Of course, if you are just joining us, this is the Heroes Lounge Season 13 Mythic Championship, where the best of the best that Heroes Lounge has to offer are battling it out, as we have Disgusting and Hype here, filled with Grandmasters on both sides, or close enough in some cases. And they're looking to take on whoever's going to be the loser of our next match of Skog Support 2.0 against Hazu wins these every day. But right now, we have 1-0 up for Disgusting. Can Hype get back into the game here on Tomb of the Spider Queen, DK?
I mean, these teams are so strong. I think Hype is definitely going to look to try and get this 1-1, to try and get the reverse sweep going, but Disgusting isn't going to let that happen that easily, you know? So I'm really excited for what's going to happen in this next game.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be. These teams are showing a great amount of skill level. I liked what Hype tried to do with the draft of denying all the comfort picks of Disgusting, but wasn't enough, you know. Disgusting pulling out this Genji combo with the Li Ming, really understanding the map. But yeah, we've got to see how this one goes. On Team the Spider Queen, you can get away with those initiations a little bit more, a little bit better having those team fights. So I think Hype's got a good chance of getting this game in hand. Of course, you don't really need the objective here. You can deny it quite easily if you're going to win the game. We've seen that the objective doesn't always win the game either, have we, DK, here? It can go on for quite some time.
It can go for 36 minutes, which is map number 1 of the grand finals we had yesterday in the Legendary Cup. So if you have any time to spare, go watch that. Amazing games between Food for Phobias and Out of Position Squad. Was such a great series, but hopefully we don't have a 36-minute game this time, Transparent.
Hopefully not. But perhaps if you are a player who wants to get involved in Heroes Lounge, maybe you're seeing these amazing players play, or you're an amazing player yourself and either want to be part of a team or want to be put together in part of a team, then you can do !sign up, and it will bring up all the information to, well, a link to all the information of how you can take part in Heroes Lounge Season 14. The sign-ups close next week on the 13th of December, so make sure you get signed up quickly. Both DK and I will be there. If you want to play in Division 2, you'll be playing against me and Deadly Kitten in our team Band of Brewers. So please do try and get involved, get a team together. Maybe just sign up by yourself, because we'll find you a team if not, and it would be great to see you. But today we have our Division 1 players here, trying to make sure that they are the Mythic Cup champions. Are we expecting anything spicy here on Tomb of the Spider Queen, DK?
Oof. It's a very good questions. I mean, there's always these pocket picks, right? These pocket strategies that each team has that they feel comfortable on. They don't reveal quite yet. For some teams, like Out of Position Squad from yesterday, there's Cho'Gall and there's Vikings, you know. And maybe we'll even see that today in this Mythic Championship run here. I'm really excited for this game number 2 of Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Yeah, me too. Tomb of the Spider Queen is one of my favorite maps. Absolutely. I think, the way that you can control it so well, as well as just, positioning yourself in such great opportunities for having those juicy team fights, or even maybe getting a camp here or there to prevent the enemy team from having too much control over the map. So our teams are almost getting ready as we have the Tomb of the Spider Queen game being set up now. Now, Hype, they've got to come back here. Do you think they're going to go for a similar deny draft?
I mean, I've seen their. I've been watching their game on Heroes_Lounge number 2. That just happened, and they did face some Ragnaros, which paid off pretty well for them. So maybe that could come out as a pick, because on Tomb of the Spider Queen, the objective pushes the lane, and then you press Molten Core. You can defend that. Maybe a Lava Wave as well can deny so much pushing power. So it could be a very good pick here.
I'd love to see Nazebo as well. The Hype haven't really picked up too much, I don't think, but it's not out of the realms of possibility. But here we go, game number 2 on Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Here we are. What are you expecting in these ban rotations, Transparent?
Well, I really don't know. We had such sort of targeted bans in the first series we had today, but I think Sylvanas was more of a ban for the map. So I think Disgusting will do something else. But no, they're banning out
Nope.
Sylvanas.
No.
Halcyon has played a lot of Sylvanas in the past, so maybe just a targeted ban against Halcyon here, as they don't want to pick it up first pick themselves.
I guess that makes a lot of sense. Sylvanas can provide so much pushing power with the possession at level 4. The black arrows as the traits disabling those structures. So we see Chromie and Medivh being banned out again. They don't want to deal with that again.
No, absolutely not. The Medivh is such an annoying pick up. And once you play into it once, you think, even though we won that, we just couldn't get the kills we wanted to because of the Medivh. So let's get rid of it, and it's done. But there's the Mei ban. So yeah, obviously the Chromie being a little bit of an adaptation, the Mei was picked up by Hype, but this time they're banning it out against Lavacal. And I expect we might not see the Li Ming this time.
Yeah, maybe not. It's not her greatest map. Tomb of the Spider Queen is usually where you want those wave clear mages like Sylvanas, like Chromie, like Jaina. But we see Junkrat being first picked, and I really like this pick because it gives you so much vision control with the traps, with the bombs. You can interrupt for days, and it's just such a good pick all around.
Yeah, and we see Halcyon picking up the Johanna. Now, this is one of the things of Hype, they can switch route a lot. So, Johanna is basically Halcyon's pick of tank. And we see Anna being picked up by Nox once again. Nox being superb on the healer role and picking up Eye of Horus a little bit unusually, but it did get a couple of kills. So, nice to see. I wonder what mage they might accompany with it. If they do indeed want to go for that nano boost.
And there's the Cassia being picked up by Itrex as well. Now, Cassia just has so much raw damage she can put out onto targets, being able to secure those kills. And we see Anduin as well. Now, Anduin is also such a good pick, and you know this Transparent as a known OTP, Anduin.
The funny thing is, I only play Anduin in custom games, and I have barely any games on Anduin in Storm League. But yes, Anduin does really nicely. I do like the route he brings, as well as obviously that leap of faith where he can pull someone out of imminent danger. And the great thing is that his W is just about long enough to interrupt gem turn-in. So yeah, really nice pickup here. And the Mephisto being banned out as that choice against Hype. I like these bans. This is looking like a really solid draft here for both teams. I'm so uncertain of which way it's going to go. But if you at home know which way it's going to go already, then you can do !bet A and the number of points to bet for Hype. And if you think it's going to go the other way and Disgusting are going to close this out 2-0, then you can do !bet B and the number of points to bet for Disgusting.
Vala, and there's that Ragnaros I talked about. It can be so good in defending these lanes with the Lava Wave, with the Molten Core as well. And it's going to deny the pushes from Disgusting a lot.
Yeah, it absolutely will. You were talking about it earlier, that it's sort of the wave clear that he provides, that game delay. The Valor is a little bit of a spicy pickup itself, because Anna with Valor, you do a lot of damage, but it's sometimes hard to heal. But Nox has been on point with those healing darts. And here we see it's a main tank
Diva. I think it is Lavacal picking that up.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't expect them to swap after they just picked up both heroes.
Nah, that's true. That's true. Or maybe they're doing the big bamboozle. You never know.
It could be the big bamboozle, similar to what we saw Food for Phobos do in the last series of the Nexus Rumble. But here, Oplika picking up the Rexar to try and counter any funny business that they're doing.
And I think that's again a 4-man Rexar like we've seen yesterday from Food for Phobos. On Tomb of the Spider Queen as well, and they won with it. They did so well.
Yeah. They've done the swapperoo of putting now Days on the Johanna and Rexar being played by Halcyon 4B1B now. So yeah, this is an interesting draft from both teams. Which way does you think it's going to go, DK? Do you think Hype can come back into this series, or will Disgusting close it out?
I'm not sure about the Mythic Diva. I'm not sure if it is going to give enough impact, so I will put my points on Hype. I want a 3-game series. Let's do this.
Yep, absolutely. I think, if you're thinking of betting hype as well, that's exclamation mark bet A and the number of points. And if you think that Disgusting are going to be taking this series, that's exclamation mark bet B and the number of points. Of course, this is the Mythic Championship lower bracket semi-final. Let's get right into it as we go to Tomb of Spider Queen for game number 2.
Here we are in game number 2. We have on the left side Hype. We have Nox on that Anna, Halcyon playing Rexar, Yer Days on Johanna, Parnex on Vala. Transparent, could you help me with the Ragnaros name, please?
And Hoplika on
Hoplika.
Ragnaros.
Yes.
And of course, on the other side, the ones who want to take this to 2-0, we have the red team being, which is Disgusting, of course, Lavacol on Diva, Arcunis on Urel, Itrax on Cassia, Rutik on Anduin, and on Junkrat, we have Arion 70. And as we go in and seeing the level 1s, we have the stacking, of course, from Cassia, but the blow him up from Junkrat, a little bit extra control here.
Yeah, I think that's the usual talent where you go into a bomb at level 4 and then a trap at level 7. That's silence. So big. But yeah, we do see Ragnaros in the top lane right now. Just kind of unusual. Maybe they're going to send Rexar bottom lane, and they are.
Yeah, a little bit of extra wave clear. We see the E build coming out from Ragnaros. There's a little bit of extra damage and slaying. I think lots of people prefer this when they are in the 4-man, I believe. So it's a little bit. I'm not super up on my Ragnaros meta, but yes, that seems good for now. But we see a little bit of a gang coming down on the bot. Halcyon and Hoplika trying their best to lock down Urel, but no luck this time.
Yeah, maybe Ragnaros is going to go for that siege camp in the bottom lane, and it looks like he is heading there. Now, Arcunis does spot this out. Let's see if they're going to rotate some members of Disgusting to maybe contest this.
Yeah, and going for the siege camp early at 1 minute just means you can put a little bit of extra side pressure, maybe while you've got a better wave clear in the mid and top lane. But no, red team have rotated 4 people down while Junkrat is there clearing the lanes. Can blue team do anything as they pop the Molten Core from Ragnaros to maybe try and contest this, maybe get a couple of kills? That's a sleep, that's a healing dart, but there is the leap of faith that is going to be so crucial and clean. Arcunis falling down to 30 HP, healed up by Artanis, and the Diva Bomb is going to be the thing here, and Misha is sacrificed for as long as possible, but no kills here apart from Misha in this team fight, just for a siege camp, DK. What would you do if for a siege camp?
Molten Core. I'm very surprised by this, but Disgusting do pull out with the camp, and they get the kill on the Misha again, and now they have half a level lead, while Junkrat just kept soaking together with the Johanna as well.
Yeah, so now we see the red team trying to get back into a more of a formal rotation, but blue team saying no, we're going to clear this camp as 4 with the Vala, with the Johanna, and of course the Anna.
Junkrat is in a bit of trouble against the Ragnaros, has 14 gems on him, 150 health. He's able to get out.
Yeah, these heroes are so lucky on the side of Disgusting, and it must feel really hard to be hype trying to keep going here, but they're picking up gems. They're currently 2 gems ahead. In fact, they're 1 gem behind now, and both teams picking up their bruiser camps at this 3-minute mark around about. This red team might look to try and push in a little bit with this Cassia going into Johanna right now.
Yeah, and Johanna already used the Iron Skin, but the blue team is fairly slow on their camp, only picking it up right now, and this gives the red team Disgusting. That buys them room to get the pay, and they get 32 gems in already.
Yeah, not just the room for the pay, but also a little bit of damage on that. And as we see, we're going into a little bit of a pause right now with these teams. Some technical difficulties to see. Both teams doing really well. Obviously, that fight over the bot lane looking to be a little bit odd. Yeah, we had such a siege camp that had so much fight over it.
Yeah, that was very interesting as well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a large commitment, and we've seen such an unusual way of rotations in this Tomb of the Spider Queen game. It's usually such a standard map, but here it's being flipped on its head. Do you think that's because of this sort of 4-man Rhaegar not Rhaegar, sorry, Rexar Ragnaros. I was mixing up the two names at the same time, and it just made Rhaegar instead.
Rhaegar. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think they have a lot of point control, right? With the Rexar, with the Misha, the
yeah,
Ragnaros use the Molten Core, which is up in about 30 seconds, so it will be up for the defense against the objective if needed, of course. But yeah, it
yeah,
is a very big commitment they had there.
yeah. So here we see. Yeah, big commitment, and the Diva one was just the icing on the cake that helped them keep away the rest of hype. I think they're going to be using that constantly to maybe try and get turn-ins, using it almost like this bruiser camp to sort of zone off the objective and get those gems turned in. But right now, red team have perfect gems to get turned in. We're going to be heading back into the game very shortly, and it looks like red team may be trying to get their pay in and get the first Web Weaver phase.
Yeah, and we're back in the game, Transparent. Now they're paying their gems in now, and they have enough. They get the objective. Let's see what they can do with it.
Yeah, so blue team have this bruiser camp here, but it's not going to stave off the lane at this point. Ravachol taking damage on this Diva. This main tank Diva obviously still doing work. They've got this first turn in. Can they do anything with it? As main tank Diva has pretty decent wave clear as a main tank.
Yeah, it definitely does. I think besides Johanna, that would be the most wave clear for a tank. Of course, Blaze and Stitches are also heroes, but you don't see those too much being picked up.
No, Blaze main tank is a little bit iffy. Some people say that Blaze...
Ravachol taking a lot of punishment from those towers, uses the mech, but the towers don't actually focus the mech, they focus the Diva pilot, and he is going to fall here.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate here for Lavacol. I really thought that the mech was tanking the shots myself as well, but no, unfortunate stuff here. As Days is now tanking the root, he's going to be blown away as well, but the Iron Skin looking good right now, trying to get those extra slows from that upgraded punish on level 7.
What a great defense from Hype. They lost the gate top. Mid lane they didn't lose anything, just some damage, and in the bottom lane they didn't lose a single full front wall.
Yeah, really well done from there. Days now looking to try and get as much as they can in terms of control against this main tank Diva. There's the stun from Misha. There's the sleep as well on the Diva, but the leap of faith. Anduin's such an annoying healer to play into when you're about to get those kills.
Yeah, and they're able to use that pool to get him out, and there is enough gems now for Hype to be able to get their own turn in. But Disgusting is going to try and deny that, of course. Yeah,
both teams very even on XP right now as we approach level 9. Just before level 10, of course, level 9. And what heroics will be looking at? Obviously, Light Bomb is available for Anduin, and maybe we'll be putting on that Diva as they rush in to get a good engage.
Yeah, that definitely could be a combo they're looking for. Now, would you expect a Blessed Shield here from the Johanna to try and one-shot the front line, or would you rather see a Falling Sword jumping?
I think as we talk about that, the Cassio is going down in the mid lane. Yes, beautifully done here by Hype. Arcun is trying to peel for the rest of his team, getting dismounted as well, able to get the in-smile. I'm expecting a Blessed Shield just because it's going to follow up with the Rexar stun, I must admit. It's sort of what does Ragnaros go for? Will it be the Lava Wave to try and stall out the game, or will it be a Sulfur Smash to follow up on that CC combo?
It is right now, Sulfur Smash. So this is going to be Blessed Shield into a Rexar Stun, into a Sulfur Smash, maybe even Nano Boosted Sulfur Smash?
Quite possibly, like Rag with a Nano Boost has a great self-sustain, but Valor also does so much damage. Look at the CC chain on the Diva, not quite enough. There is the Valkyrie pull, pulling in. He got on that Ragnaros, able to survive just for a little bit and gets the big smash onto the Diva in the backline and is trying their best to stay out of the fort range as we see Johanna gets taken out by the fort. So does Vala here by this Urel, and Hoplika on this. Ragnaros is trying so hard to walk away. Empowered Sulfuros, but not able to stay. 2 for 2 here with the Web Weavers pushing in. Which team do you think this benefits, DK?
I think this benefits Hype because they can push They can push with the web weavers together in the bot lane like they are. Akunis jumped in, gets slapped, gets stunned by Misha, and is going to fall. Now this fort in the bottom lane is probably going to die as well.
Yeah, most likely as well. Lavakal trying in here on that main tank diva to try and put a little bit of pressure. Yeah, Yrel not having that extra life that Ardent Defender gives you, having used that to get the 2 kills earlier on, costing their life. Oh, I like what we're seeing here. DK, a little bit of a snipe play, a little bit of a bush gank. Do you think that Ragnaros is going to be able to do this with you?
Yes,
Johanna?
they
Blessed
are.
Shield is up, and there's the Blessed
Shield.
Shield, there's the Sophia smash. It's a kill.
What a play by Hype there. So well, and now the Molten Core is being used as well. They want more kills. They get the Anduin. Do they get the D.Va? No, they do not. D.Va is able to rush out of there. They get the mech though with the nano boosted Vala, and they're going to invade the Bruiser camp.
Yeah, Valor damage not to be slept on, especially with W build. The burst is actually incredible. I remember once seeing a clip from years and years ago now, but Valor, yeah, the W just does so much damage, and with a nano boost, yeah, just don't sleep on the damage she does indeed, especially spell damage. So Arion with 36 James on the Junkrat, trying their best to just soak and rotate, and keep out of sight of the blue team as they have headed down to get the siege camp for themselves this time.
Yeah, and pay is also available for Hype. They have the level 13 advantage. Are they going to look to get that pay in right now as Lavakal is trying to play in 14 but gets spotted out?
Yeah, we see obviously the blue team taking control of the map. There's the Blessed Shield, there's the Sophia smash on the Junkrat. That's 36 gems. Can he get away? No, he cannot. They're going to try and zone out these 36 gems. Red team are all in the mid lane and the bot lane. They're not going to be able to pick that up. That's a huge win here for Hype. And they're going straight for the boss. DK, it looks like Hyper in superb control of this game.
Yeah, Hype really having their comfort draft now with the Johanna Blessed Shield into the Ragnaros, and the coordination from them is just so huge, getting those 2 picks offs. First on the Cassia, now on the Junkrat, denying 36 gems, but it is getting contested. The Bunny Hop is there with the Light Bomb, and the D.Va is staying on the point. Can they get the kill? They get Anduin. What are they getting more? They get Anna. Everybody falls, and the blue team actually secures the boss.
Yeah, the mech doing a lot of damage. Most of the blue team staying on the point to try and make sure no one else was on it. Yrel tried so valiantly to get on there instead, but no, not able to. Blue team getting the boss. Anna falling, and a couple of kills on the red team mean that they're set back even further on gems. Our blue team are able to get this turn in with this boss pushing in the top. Parnax is more than happy to push in with the boss, and they're going to push in the mid lane. This map is wide open now for Hype.
Yeah, it definitely is, and Hype really wants that 3rd game against Disgusting. Now they get the boss, they're going to push in top lane. They use the Molten Core, and also the Web Weaver is going to join in a few moments. And there it is. They're going to look for the keep. There's the Blessed Shield, the Saphir Smash, but they can't quite get the kill on Itrax. Misha, though, on the other hand, is going to fall.
Yeah, that poor little bear, but there's a beautiful Valkyrie onto the Rexar. He goes down. This is going to be the light that they need to get back into this game. Junkrat falling very, very low here. Can the blue team put any more pressure now that Misha and her owner are dead?
I don't think so, and they wisely rotate to the other lanes, get the front walls open to secure those keep later on in the game.
They have level 16, so they have active reload from Anna, which is now an incredible talent. So sort of a little bit extra burst protection for Anna. Might be able to help out in taking away those Valkyrie pull-ins that is going to be so essential for getting Disgusting back in the game.
Yeah,
oh, it looks like this
fight here. Ragnaros puts a lot of damage onto Itrax though. Is he going to fall? No, Anduin gets the heals, tries to mount up, but Johanna secures that kill. They're looking for more. Lavakal is going to fall on that D.Va mech. The Sulfura Smash mid-air on the Junkrat secures that kill. What a play.
Of course, Sulfura Smash comes down from the ceiling, and Junkrat was just a little bit closer to the ceiling than he wanted to be. Looks like blue team are trying to siege down this bot keep, but they're going to be able to do anything more here?
Blessed Shield misses onto Lavakal, but they're getting this bot keep. Can they get more, is the question.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to maybe position if they get another kill to end the game. But no, I think they're going for this keep. They're going to back out, maybe get some camps, get the turn-in. They need to make sure they deny the turn-in against Disgusting right now, as they have enough gems to turn in, but they're pretty much all on Urel. She's just sneaking around, making sure she's not too envisioned unless she wants to soak the XP. So heads up play here from Arkunis, just keeping safe, making sure they get back into the game slowly but surely, as they pick 16s up for themselves now.
Yeah, they do, and now level 16 is where Disgusting wants to fight. They want to take that even talent tier fight, they want to win that fight, and then get the pay in and push down some structures. Let's see, both teams take their own bruiser camp, creating extra pressure in the mid lane, which is going to be cancelled out. Vala spots out Arkunis. The boars are out, Blessed Shield is onto Anduin, but Johanna is kind of in the middle of nowhere. It has to get healed by Nox. The ult from Irel is being used, but so is the bunny hop onto 2.
Yeah, there's heroic abilities using everywhere, and Ragnaros is just able to finish off the Cassia, and he is also in the retreat path of the red team. There we go. Obliga now trying to get kills in the backline. Anduin is going to go down. Arkunis is being followed by a hungering arrow, and that's 40 more gems lost. Looks like Hyper just getting more and more in control, as Lavakal is sure to go down on this D.Va. Right now.
Yeah, they are, and that's a 4-man team wipe. Are they going to go for the core now, as the bot keep is already open? Yes,
like
they are.
Misha is going to tank it. Parnax is making sure to avoid this Web Weaver wave that the core has open. Tanking some keep shots and looking a little bit lower and lower as the core has an AoE attack. It's got to be very careful, but there's a huge minion wave, there's a siege camp, and there's a catapult here to support. Maybe Hype closing out this game number 2 here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Evening of the series, 1-1. Well played by Hype.
Yeah, very well done. They recognized that 4 people are dead, and then they know that they took the bottom keep, and they just walk past. They take the keep down, and they even up the series.
Yeah, 1-1. This is what we like to see here in the Mythic Championship. Of course, if you are just joining us, this is the Mythic Championship of Heroes Lounge Season 13. We have had a tremendous number of series, and this is the very end of our season where the Division 1 teams have all been battling out to try and get to this point, to try and get here to maybe lift the Mythic Championship trophy. As after this series, we have Skogsport 2.0 go against Hazu wins these every games. But before we can see that match, we of course have to find out the victor of this one. Hype have just tied it up against Disgusting, taking map number 2 convincingly on Tomb of the Spider Queen. If they pull that performance out again, DK, I don't know what Disgusting can do in game number 3.
Yeah, I mean, they've opted into first pick right here. Now, what map do you think Hype is going to prioritize here?
Well, if they had something like Tomb of the Spider Queen, it's going to be another standard sort of map. I think Infernal Shrines should be the pick. Something where there's a lot of wave clear, a lot of team fight. That's where they seem to excel. Whereas BOE just seemed to be the map that perhaps wasn't for them. Even though they were the ones to pick it, they just seem to not understand it as well as the team on the other side. Disgusting.
Yeah, they
could
picked...
be Volskaya too.
It definitely could be. Only they have a 16.67% win rate on Volskaya. 1 win out of 6, so maybe they don't want to prioritize that as much as they do.
Yeah, that can be a little bit scary when you think you're quite good on that map, but unfortunately, in those matches where you've just not quite clicked, it's not enough there. But I would like to see it perhaps maybe. Okay, I'll see it. I'd like to see Infernal with Ragnaros again, or Ragnaros being banned
But it's
out.
not going to be Infernal transparent. We are going to Dragonshire here, picked up by Hype.
Yeah, I believe that Hype picked this map as well in their first series of the day against Pepe Milady, which they did indeed win. So this is no real surprise, really. And they're sort of thinking it's going to be good. Yeah, they're maybe thinking about changing to Volskaya. Not quite sure.
Is that even possible?
I'll just have a see. We'll see. Obviously, they have picked it. Yeah, the opponents are going to allow it, so I think that's fair. That's fine. So we shall go to
Okay.
Volskaya instead.
Volskaya
So
Foundry. Now, as I said, they have a 16.67% win rate. Volskaya Foundry, 1 win out of 6, but maybe they think, yeah, this is the perfect moment to improve our win rate on this map.
yeah, you don't want to end the season on a 16.6667% win rate on Volsky. I would hang my head in shame. So, we shouldn't have left it there. We should have either made it go lower or higher than that. And that is exactly what I have thought about doing. Of course, Disgusting, previously on Volsky Foundry, have also picked it up a lot. They've picked it themselves. And they also did play it earlier. And they have a 57% win rate. It's their highest picked map as well. So this is a bit of a risk
Ooh.
coming out from Hype, but it might be something where they have a good scouting advantage on.
Yeah, definitely. I'm hyped to see what's going to happen in this game because, as you know, as we had in our previous series, Volskaya always goes to level 20. That's where you want those late game heroes, like the Falstad with the Gust, the Zeratul, which is played by Hype quite a bit, if I remember correctly. So
Yep.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it absolutely is sort of a really good map. And you get a lot of different strategies as well. We could see the Ragnaros here once again. Of course, the Diva has been picked almost every game. Well, in fact, every game by Disgusting. Currently in the season, they have picked it up 6 times. But today, it's been more times than ever. What do you think of this Diva pick today, DK?
The Diva pick, it's such a strong offlaner, but I'm not sure if it's quite as good as the main tank. As you saw, Ravakel didn't quite have enough engage into the composition. They had the light bomb with the Diva, but that's basically it.
Yeah. Yeah, the bombs seem to be really good though. Like the Diva bombs themselves, they were really good in sort of all the other games, especially when Arcunis was playing it. I think Lavacal had a couple of good ones, but when you're on that main tank Diva, you often have to use it just to survive and not get the major value that you really, really want for um, from the Diva mech. So I'm struggling to work out what they're going to look at. I don't think it's ban worthy though right now because I think Hype have got a good control on it. I wonder if we'll see the Medivh being banned again by Disgusting.
Yeah, it definitely could be at level 20. You have after the Leyline Seal, you have the Medivh cheats where you can direct where it is going to go for a second time, catching even more members. And maybe you can have a combo with the Diablo Apocalypse on top of it, create that CC, or even a Leoric with an Entomb Silence on top of it. Could be quite deadly.
Yeah, I think what we saw earlier when that level 20 composition of DNA, Diablo needs affection. It looks really, really good, and I think we might see similar late game picks up here for Hype and Disgusting. Obviously, Disgusting didn't change their draft earlier on today, and it may be going back again to sort of pick up something a little bit cheeky, like the Cassie, like the Li Ming. But if you could pick any hero and just start at level 20, what would it be, DK?
I mean, what level 20 heroes are very strong? I mean, there's so many, but I think for Hype, I would go for Zeratul. They play it super well.
Mm-hmm.
And at level 20, like, it's so strong. You can blink in, blink out, go back in, you kill a target, you get out, and then you just force a 5v4 for your own team if they're not able to respond to that.
Yeah, I mean, it is incredibly strong for sure. You can't deny that. I'm trying to think of healers that are great at level 20. I'm always a big fan of the nano infusion on Ana, but it's a bit useless by itself. But we had it banned last game, and I wonder if Hype will prioritize it more, which is the Mephisto. Mephisto with those double rings of lightning can just be a complete game changer when it comes to team fights. And it's pretty good in general on this map. I'd like to see it, and it's just flashy to watch. Do you think that Hype could be picking that up?
I mean, it's definitely an option. Yeah. I'm not sure what Disgusting would answer to that, though.
Yeah, it is a little awkward, especially perhaps you go for that gorge or cocoon to try and do something. It's not super common, but it does do a little bit of stuff. I mean, you can always just dive straight on, and I would like to see some more Genji play. Maybe the Light Bomb Genji, or maybe even an
Ooh.
Alarak coming out from Hype could be something we see. Like, yeah, the Alarak that Hoplika plays a lot of. Or Sylvanas will most likely be banned out, let's be honest, by
Probably.
Disgusting. So there
Yeah,
is
they
a.
have 14 picks on that Sylvanas. It's such a comfort pick for them. So it definitely makes sense why it is being banned out in all these games against them.
Yeah, so what will they look to go for this time? It's really hard to say. It could go either way right now. After seeing such a strong performance in game number 1 by Disgusting, and such a strong performance in game number 2 by Hype, it's such a coin toss. And if we just take a look at the bracket, we can sort of have a little think about how we got here, how these teams were going to fight on to maybe try and get against Skog Support 2.0, or Hasi wins these every day later. Of course, they have gone through tooth and nail against Diablo Needs Affection. Disgusting managed to win that out 2-0, but that's not all the story said. Whereas Hype had a 3-game series as well against the other team earlier. But if you are just joining us, once again, this is the Mythic Championship here on Heroes Lounge Season 13. Yeah, we have this tournament that has been going on for quite some time. But of course, this is the final day. Division 1 players, we have GMs littered in this lobby, and they'll be going up against some of the best players that Heroes Lounge has to offer even later today. So yeah, thank you for the raid here, Heku, coming in here. It's great to see so many good faces. Yeah, this is Heroes Lounge. It's an amateur tournament, but yeah, this is GM level play coming in here. We have a 3-game series here where Hype and Disgusting have been just playing against each other. We're just waiting to get into the draft. It's not going to be long yet. We're just having a small break as people get ready. We'll try and prompt people to ready up. But DK, what do you think we could see here between these two teams in terms of exciting moments for the new viewers who have just tuned in? See now.
Yeah, I mean, game number 1 was so well dominated by Disgusting. They had a Genji pick into the Ana and Lunara on Battlefield of Eternity, which put so much pressure on them. And that won them the game, in my opinion. Arion really doing work on that Genji. Now, in game number 2, Tomb of the Spider Queen, Hype was able to get control of those rotations. They had the combo of Blessed Shield into Sulfurous Smash, which picked off so many heroes, and then they just won the game while snowballing that. So
Yeah.
game number 3 could go either way, in my opinion.
Yep, game number 3 here of our Mythic Championship lower bracket semi-final. We'll be heading into the draft of Volskaya Foundry right now.
And there we are, Volskaya Foundry. Now, we'll probably see a Sylvanas ban again, right, from Disgusting, because Hype is just so strong with that hero. They love to be able to create that additional pressure with the black arrows, with the possession, or on this map, you maybe even go for the Mercenary Queen. But we see Mephisto being banned out first.
Yeah, it seems like Disgusting are listening into the stream because we wanted Mephisto, and they're just saying, nah, mate, not happening, not today, not on Volskaya Foundries. And it's a sensible ban, let's be honest here. But it does mean that the Sylvanas is not banned, and if they ban it in the second pick, it's going to give Hype a lot more flexibility in some of the other picks they might want to pick up, like, I was going to say Chromie, but they've banned that out themselves.
Not right Chromie, indeed.
Yeah, Chromie being banned out here is sensible.
Yeah, definitely. Do you think we see a Sylvanas ban here come out anyways? Or no? It's going to be Johanna.
Well, of course, Disgusting do get first pick here, and it may be the hero they want to pick up themselves. They've played it enough as well that it was banned out against them by Diablo Needs Affection. So this could be the map that they like it on, and I can see why. It's good spread damage, and of course, putting on that little extra macro damage, macro pressure that Sylvanas can bring to this map.
Yeah, and on the other side, we see ETC being banned out, also one of the priority tanks. And there it is, the insta-lock on the Sylvanas.
Yeah, absolutely expected. If you're not banning it, and it's been something you've been first banning all the time, you've got to be first picking it in this scenario. And what do Hype have to answer? They've gone for the Garrosh. They may be looking at the Ana once again, but that might be something they're too scared to play into the Sylvanas. Nox has been doing a great job, by the way, on the Ana both games, and I would love to see it again in game number 3.
Yeah, maybe this is a big brain play, banning ETC, not leaving Sylvanas open, and where they get the Garrosh, which is usually countered by the ETC, but this time banned out, and they also pick up the Ragnaros.
Yeah, Ragnaros is really impressive here. Like, they played it really well on game number 2. And seeing it here on Volskaya, it means that it could be a 4-man, could be an offlane. Really sort of tempting fate here. But the Brightwing Diva, it's happening again. It's
Again.
It's deja vu.
Yeah, I mean, Diva and Browning worked so well for them in game number 1. And also in the previous series against Diablo Needs Affection, which is also such a strong team. And we see May being target banned onto Lavacal, which makes a lot of sense. He did have great plays on that hero.
Yeah, absolutely. The May has been superb by Lavacal, which means, obviously they've already picked up Garrosh. They're not going to be picking that tank. And there's the Ana ban, respecting Nox's play on it. Of course, Ana is a very good hero in general, just denying a lot of healing. And if Brightwing uses your teleport and the grenades on that hero, don't get a lot of value out of your long cooldown heal. So what are they going to pick up as a support instead? Will it be maybe the Anduin instead? No, it's going to be Malfurion.
Malfurion. Now, I like this. When Garrosh can throw anyone in, and if the Malfurion route is on point, that locks them in so much that even a Sulfur Smash could follow that up, and that's definitely going to be a dead target.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You look at the Cassia as well, as really high damage and can put on the pressure against this composition out the front. But you have to be careful of that polymorph of Brightwing. That's why she's come back into the meta. That polymorph is such a powerful ability. But here we have Li Ming once again by Atrax, and don't worry, there is Muradin to round off the composition by Lavacal. What do you think of the Muradin against the Garrosh?
I think it can be good because you can tank the throws and then jump out before level 10. This is going to be quite hard after level 10 when you're going to get thrown and taunted. And then with the burst follow-up from Ragnaros Cassia, it's going to be really hard for him to be able to survive that.
Yeah, and now we have Leoric rounding off the composition, looking to drain the soul with that creepy hand that he has out of maybe Muradin, maybe getting that lockdown. We talked about the level 20 heroes, and Leoric is certainly one of them, being able to silence anyone in that entomb. They could die. So, if you think that the Leoric with the silencing entomb at level 20 is going to win it, and Hype are going to take this series to progress to our lower bracket final, you can do !bet A and the number of points. But if you think that Disgusting are the ones that are really going to take this game and going to win this series, then do !bet B and the number of points. I'm a big fan of the Ragnaros 4-man once again. With the Cassia doing damage, I'm going to be putting my points in bet A.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think they showed that Ragnaros is definitely a strong pick for them. Together with the Garrosh, it's going to be so much value.
And speaking of which, here we go. Game number 3. On the Garrosh, we have Parnax for Hype. Nox on Malfurion. Hoplika on Ragnaros. Yeah, Days on that Leoric. And Halcyon playing Cassia.
On the right side, trying to close this series out once again, Disgusting. It's Ari on 70, on Sylvanas, Lavacal, on Muradin, Arcunis playing the Diva once again, Atrax, on Li Ming, and Rutek on Brightwing.
So here we are. We're starting off this ending this best of 3 now on map number 3. Four-man Ragnaros once again getting that, trying to confirm, but we see a little bit of a sneaky push, perhaps going in the top lane as Sylvanas sort of baits them bot maybe, but no, here's the Li Ming trying to get much damage here with the Diva, but all they do is, about 400 damage.
I mean, every bit of damage counts, right? If you can do that a few times, then the tower will fall, and that's still some experience you can get. But now we do see what you usually see here on this map is a 4-man rotation between top and mid, and then you have at 1 minute both teams go for the turret camp. So we see Garrosh being very aggressive here. He throws in the Diva, gets rooted. The mech is going to fall. Can they get more? Doesn't quite look like it. Garrosh may be in a bit of trouble, but there's still 5 people here. And Sylvanas, in the meantime, is starting the fortification. Now there is the turrets, which you want to pick up, as I said, at level 1. At minute 1 every time. And it looks like maybe Hype is going for an invade, but they decide to go against that. Not prioritizing their own turret, though, which is quite surprising to me. Boring is being left alone on this turret camp, and they just keep the pressure up while Ragnaros is soaking the top lane, and he's going to rotate bottom now, and this is going to be a 5v4, and Disgusting do realize this and are going to give up their turrets. Very well done, really good rotations by Hype here.
But here we go, the lockdown coming out from the red team, trying to get that first kill. First blood goes over to Disgusting on Ragnaros. So he was out in the lane. And the rest of the blue team are a little bit in trouble, but the throw here from Parnax means the Nox is now in trouble. And yes, red team take the second kill after that risky invade that Hype did.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. They're looking for more. They want a third kill onto Leoric. That's 3 kills to nothing. As Murden almost gets thrown over the wall, but he's able to jump out. And this is so good for Disgusting. They get 3 kills, but they also get the turret. And Garrosh is in a risky position, gets body blocked by the Diva bomb. 200 HP, but is going to be able to make it out. Browing, though, on the other hand, gets rooted by Nox and is going to fall.
Yeah, and look at that. We see that the red team also losing a hero on the invade. Now, there's a rule I have in my team, which is never invade early camps. And we see here that it's just such a risky strategy that these teams losing a couple of heroes. Obviously, red team were able to pick up a couple of kills themselves at times, but it does mean that Rag has popped his trait pre-objective. And as that timer ticks up, both teams now have to look to try and soak for level 7 as you know, when there's kills, you usually expect to be a little bit further ahead in the sort of normal XP chart, but because they've not been soaking, they're actually not yet at level 7.
Yeah, I mean, both teams are so even in XP, but the support camp is being taken now by Disgusting, but it is getting scouted out. Can they rotate in time? Leoric does have the advantage onto Diva slightly. But Arion is in big trouble.
And does not pop the turret as well, but Rutek is able to pick it up. Brightwing is now popping it down, but is looking like he's in danger as the speed from Ragnaros enables Parnax to get the kill into the fray. Just being picked up by Garrosh, able to help out Halcyon as well. Nicely done here from Hype. They're looking so strong in this game number 3.
Yeah, Garrosh was able to get that throw in onto the Sylvanas, and that was not where Sylvanas wants to be. There's the throw onto Lavacal, but the root is slightly late.
Yep, so now the red team looking to try and contest this point here. They're all back, all 5 members. Li Ming is poking as much as he can as she is on half HP. She obviously has the orb reset on level 4, but thinking about what level 7 she might go. Waiting perhaps for the opportunity to get a quick reset with Calamity, or thinking, right, I'm going to be back here, I'm going to go for that orb. But the
throw goes down onto Diva, the mech is going to fall. Can they get the pilot? Oh, barely makes it out with 300 HP. Now Parnax needs an orb to the face, but the first objective goes to Hype.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to try and do a little bit of a split push, as we've talked about. They've got a DPS pushing in the bot lane, as well as the Protector just going immediately to the top. And Hoplika on that Rag, trying to get a little bit of damage, but Itrax is there. The rest of the DPS are chasing them down.
Lavacal is there, misses the stun though. He doesn't get out, right? No, okay. Ragnaros is going to fall, but they do trade Ragnaros for the fountain in the top lane now. Is this worth it?
I'm not sure that it is. It's just such a risky play, and you know they've got both of their other front line in this mech, and that's a huge chunk of damage going on to Parnax once again. Just means they're missing out on a bit of soak. They didn't get a lot done in the bot lane either. So well played here from Disgusting to be able to try and get themselves back in this game after losing that first objective and a couple of kills, and they're looking to get that sweet push that we've talked about with Sylvanas.
Yeah, and they get the first turret down. And Ragnaros is alive. So they respect it that that Hype is closer to level 10. 2 stuns go down onto Hype, but level 10 going to be here now for them. Taunt. We see Sulfura smash again with the Entomb. Tranquility is being picked up, and Valkyrie.
Yeah, Tranquility versus Twilight Dream. It's always really hard to say. You know, sometimes people say Tranquility, sort of the safer pick. You get a lot of value out of it, but Twilight Dream can be great in these blow-up combinations like they have right now. But I respect Nox, and I'm sure, you know, Tranquility is going to get a lot of value on shutting down these Ming combos and keeping yourself alive. But what is that we have on the Muradin, DK?
It's a Haymaker. I didn't want to mention it in draft because I didn't want to jinx it, but I like this pick.
And it's been used already on the bot lane. Halcyon 4B1B is in a little bit of a world of hurt as Itrax here on the rotation gets the kill. Nicely done here from the red team, using that Haymaker straight away, getting a quick kill value. And it looks like they're looking to try and get the invade here on the camp. There's a big taunt, there's a big Entomb, and that's a big throw on Sylvanas as she goes down. The return kill, 4v5. Nicely done here from Hype.
What beautiful synergy there. From Hype, they get the taunt. Oh, Malfurion gets one shot by Itrax on their Li Ming, but Parnax is able to secure that healing beacon.
Yeah, really nice stun from Lavicol, setting up the Itrax combo. When you're away from the lanes, like you almost always are on Volsky Foundries, Li Ming just gets that additional value as she can hit the target she really wants. And Nox was that target. But it looks like Rutek is falling a bit low. There's a good stun. Here's the throw from Garrosh. And that is going to be a nice kill. Look at these picks, left, right, and center, DK.
Beautiful. Now, the Ragnaros was in that bush, was able to slow him. And that secures the kill. Haymaker is being used onto Garrosh. And now they're going to prioritize this healing beacon.
Yeah, support camp being picked up now by Hype. It doesn't look like the red team have any chance of sniffing it out or taking it themselves. 2 healing camps. Those support beacons can be incredible, and that's a lot of healing for them. Nice throw. The root is there. The taunt is going to be there as well, but there's no other DPS here. It's just a bit of an annoyance.
Look in that bot lane. Sylvanas and D.Va putting so much pressure, getting the front wall, and even forcing the Molten Core from Ragnaros here. Oh, the Sulfura smash is big. Can he secure the kill? 150 HP. No, Arion is going to live.
Yeah, Oblica not quite doing the quick maths needed to know that exactly Sulfura smash plus the full Ragnaros combo not quite enough to kill Sylvanas then, but so close. 130 HP away. Nicely done here from both teams.
Now we see the beacon is being channeled so far by Hype. We see a throw go down onto Muradin. Where's the taunt? Oh, it's not up yet.
It's not quite over. 2 seconds to go. We see the Tranquility popping out. There is the Valkyrie as well, keeping Arion in the Entomb. Arion getting slower and slower. The Brightwing's trying their best to keep them alive. The taunt coming out after the Brightwing does the blink heal, and that means 2 kills for Hype, and they are running away with this series right now.
Yeah, beautifully done by them. Now, Nox, as the Malfurion is solo pushing that top forward, it's going to take quite a while.
Look,
but,
most people don't realize that Malfurion is a top tier offlaner, and so putting that extra push is exactly what Malfurion's for. Don't underestimate melee assassin Mal.
Yeah, and the turret is being picked up by Ragnaros here. Let's see, are they going to go for an invade, or it looks like they want to go for the D.Va.
If you can get that D.Va bomb popped nice and early before any sort of shenanigans, it's really good. But right now, Parnax has completed the channel on the Protector. Already takes 7% damage from the Li Ming combo. It's very, very hard to do. And he's going to try and wander it down to the rest of his teammates, as they probably are going to put pressure in the bot lane to open it up before the third objective.
And it's already down to half health. Transparent.
Yeah, this is sort of the thing, but the blue team have been trying their best to catch D.Va out with that Entomb, but the bomb has been popped instead. There is another Valkyrie attempt on the D.Va, but it's nicely dodged by Arcunis. Meanwhile, the red team
Artyom might be in trouble. The Haymaker pushes him to safety. You'll probably say thank you for that.
Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Rag and Garrosh in the Protector, but a lot of damage on both the heroes and the fort, but didn't quite go down. The Unstoppables being popped, trying to do their best to get Itrax, but no, not this time. The siege
Oh,
match
this
is
is
just
a
not quite
dangerous
enough.
rotation from Arkunis. He's in a bit of trouble. The mech is going too far. Can they get the pirate? The taunt is there, the throw is there, and that's going to be a dead dealer.
Yeah, nice stun here from Parnax. Parnax just controlling the whole of the battlefield with this Garrosh. This is why he is the leader of the Horde. They're looking to go straight for the support camp, which is up in 3, 2, 1, now.
And they've had such good control on the items. They have 2 turrets in their possession. They still have 1 more support camp. And they're going to get another one here. 4 items for them.
Yeah, if we just have a quick look at the XP, we can see that Mercenary XP from Hype is 4,400, whereas only 1,400 for the team of Disgusting. So that's a 3k lead, and we see that Lavacal has tried to get a nice little... Oh, it's so close, but hits the wall. It's like a sort of a playing Oriole, but as Muradin there with Haymaker.
Yeah, he was trying to look for the Haymaker over the wall into the base, but it didn't quite work out. And level 16 is what Disgusting is looking for, but they're also looking for this Leoric.
He pops out into Drunel trying to get out. He looks like he's going to go down, and that is a turret.
He doesn't use the turret.
Well, I don't think you can use the turret while in that spooky ghost form. So
that is true. That's true.
Does mean you have to give up something. And it looks like instantly they say, right, we've got Sylvanas, we've got most of a Merc camp behind us. Although it's all on very low HP. So we'll trade a fort for a fort as the rest of the blue team look and try and get kills. And Lavacal does indeed dodge out on the Valkyrie. But no, there's a throw from Panax once again. And it's going to be a kill against Lavacal. Yeah.
Yes, it is. Can they get Arkunis as well? The body blocks from Ragnaros. 180 HP, 80. Oof, he barely makes it out. But in the meantime, Sylvanas with that Mercenary Queen and that camp take down the front wall in the top lane.
So I want to just prioritize that, or say that, you know, the red team have gone for top lane fort, blue team have gone for bot lane fort, and most people would consider at this point in the game bot lane fort being so much more important. Of course, getting top lane fort means they're going to have slight more macro pressure, but I think against this team with the wave clear that Leoric and Ragnaros bring, it's non-consequential compared to losing the fort, which Ragnaros can take over in the bot lane for this third objective on Fortified Foundry.
We saw that as well in game number 2 on Tomb of Spider Queen. Ragnaros taking over that fort and denying the escape route from Disgusting, and he's gonna look to do that again.
Yeah, absolutely. We are seeing the teams posturing around, seeing where can they get in here. What can they do to find the opportunities? Red team struggling away as they know that level 20 is a little bit far away for them to get any sort of advantage, and arguably blue team have the better level 20s. But here, the Wailing Arrow goes onto the Garrosh, goes onto the Cassia. They can't use their items. Items have now been dropped. Cassia trying their best, but they're getting taunted. They pop down their turret right now, and they're putting out all the damage. But look, there is a Ryan Tuber Bomb, and Cassia is going to be the one that falls down. But Itrax, by the way, you're on the wrong side of the team.
In a bit of trouble, yeah. Is he going to be able to get out? He is. So this is so huge actually for Hype. They get a 1-for-1 in a 3v5, and in the meantime, top lane is being hard pushed by Ragnaros and Leoric.
Yeah, and you know that's a big push, and yeah, Dace is trying to back out now. Ragnaros also by himself.
What a dodge by Itrax. What a dodge! Super well done by him, and they're going to get this Ragnaros kill.
Well, they use the turret as sort of clutter to stop Ellie Min combos. There's the buried life. Level 20 instantly picks up. It's going to stop Muradin from escaping, but no kill just yet. As Garrosh, Barnax has spent a lot of time just sitting on points this game, DK.
Yeah, he has. He took that entire top point on his own. He's now in the bottom lane. And you know, Ragnaros is one of the safe characters who can do that, right? He can just throw the enemies away, and then he can just walk out with that conveyor belt.
Yeah, absolutely. Here goes Lavacal. Lavacal's looking for those big combos, looking for the damage that he can have with that Bronze Beard Rage on level 30. And now Sylvanas trying to chase down Hopliga and does indeed get the kill. This is why Sylvanas is that first pick. Yeah, Dace trying their best to stay alive here on the Leoric, not giving another Li Ming reset. The throw comes in from Garrosh.
What a beautiful into the throw. Oh, the double throw over the wall.
Oh, into a beautiful as well. The pull from Cassia, but no, it's not enough as the Wailing Arrow shuts down the rest of the blue team. Oh, what a fight here, DK.
Wow. Parnax! You madman! Oh, the tomb goes down onto Lyra. Can they get the kill? He has 55 spell armor from the Browing, and he's able to get out. Halcyon is chasing, wants those kills, is hungry, but he's not able to get it.
Yeah, but this is giving more and more time for the red team to get to level 20. They're only half a level away now, as Parnax now goes to channel more on the point. Can't be alone this time. Nox and Halcyon are here to help defend, as well as be near that very unhealthy fort that they have in the bot lane.
Yeah, and level 20 is going to be here soon for disgusting, but let's see. Ragnaros is up in 2 seconds. Do they want to be aggressive before that level 20 can be hit? Muradin is on the point.
We see red team posturing around, really trying to find the place that they want to get in here. They are trying to zone away the blue team, making sure that they can't use their upgraded heroics against them. As Brywing now has, of course, the pixie dust around everybody, but there is the haymaker onto the Muradin, onto the Garrosh. Garrosh is looking for maybe a good throw onto the D.Va, the taunt as well, but no, D.Va is able to pop it just quick enough. D.Va is going to fall, but she's popped her bomb, and that's going to put a lot of damage. Arion is trying to put the damage on the backline, gets the kill onto Ragnaros in the backline, but the rest of the red team is being killed by the blue team, so unable. 2 for 1 here, and Muradin's just trying to get the objective. He's going to get it as well. That is almost worth the trade here, and it's going to stop blue team from possibly ending the game.
Yeah, definitely. Muradin, knowing that the point is at 99%, just steps on there and is like, yeah, you know, I don't want you to get this. This is mine now. Thank you. Yeah, beautiful fight by Hype there. The Valkyrie actually securing the kill on that D.Va.
Yeah, absolutely. You're not wrong. Muradin is actually not able to do anything with this protector.
Nope.
No one's even getting in right now. Sorry, I must clarify. Muradin is able to clear half a wave with this protector today.
But now Hype is looking for this keep, the first keep of the game. Can they secure it? They do have that Treant from the level 4 from Malfurion, who is able to tank this for a bit, and the catapults are there, putting out damage. So close! One catapult shot, no, it's going to stay alive with 600 health points.
Yeah, that is crucial, but they will be able to pick that up later. They have Leoric, who can easily dunk their way in there, as well as just clearing these waves a little bit from time to time with either Rag or Leoric. But now, blue team still looking to posture. They have their heroics. This buried alive is so vital, and if they can get that unstoppable pop as the thing. But no, Leoric is falling lower and lower as this protector does so much damage on stationary targets. Rag has gone for the big flank on the to cut off the escape of the red team, but they still have this protector. They're just dishing out a fair amount of damage. It falls right now. Nox is in a position where he could well go down, and it is going to be a kill for the red team.
Yeah, it is, and the red team want more kills. They want to get Parnax, but they're all so low, and Browing is somehow able to keep them alive. But look at Ragnaros here in the bush. He is going to be able to hearth save.
This is what I like to call the Brightwing effect, DK, where everybody on the red team is just a little bit, looks like they're going to be dead, but they aren't yet, because Brightwing's tick healing is just keeping them up, just keeping them there. And of course, that fairy protection on level 20, giving pixie dust to everybody, means that they get a huge amount of spell armor, which is keeping them alive.
They're going to get this keep transparent. Are they going to look for the game as Lyric just now responds? Yes, they are. They do have that camp who is attacking the fountain right now. But 20 seconds on Malfurion, 25 on Garrosh. Then Tomb is there onto Li Ming. Can they secure the kill?
Not quite yet. The D.Va bomb has gone down and it's trying to get people up, but the Halcyon is unable to get the Valkyrie. Muradin's the one going down, but there's 60% on the core. Can Leoric reduce the spell power? Li Ming is down. It's now up to Sylvanas and D.Va to finish the job. 20% on this core. DK, is this going to go down? 20%? I think Hyper managed to defense.
Arcunis is there. He has 50 more percent to go through, but
shoved away by the core though.
He's not able to get this. This is a core defense. What beautiful play by Hype. They secure the defense on the game, and they can even look to end on their own top lane.
This is the second time in this series that Hype have had 15% on their core. First time they lost it, though, it was because Immortal was just punching away on it. Can they look to end the game here through this top? They have Cassia as their damage. They have Ragnaros as their damage. The rest of the team, it's not going to put out a lot of core damage. With only 20 seconds left on Li Ming and Muradin,
Molten Core is
also
available for Ragnaros, so if he wants to, he can just sit back if he's low, and then he can just go to that fort and deal an additional amount of damage. This is just going to be game number 2. Oh, the game number 3 going over to Hype, securing this series with the perfect core defense. Well played by them.
Goodness gracious me, what a series here, ending that one. Both teams deserved really to go through to the next map, the next series, which of course would be the lower bracket finals. But here we are, yes. GG, Hype take it 2-1. I mean, it could have gone either way at the end there, DK.
Yeah, it definitely could have. I think if that mercenary camp doesn't attack the fountain there, but instead goes to the core with the team, maybe that ends differently.
Yeah, it could well have ended differently. I mean, you look at these teams and they've just played so well in both cases. I don't know quite how to have got it. Obviously, this is the Mythic Cup, Mythic Championship here on Heroes Lounge for Season 13. We have had the best of the best of Division 1 here playing today. And yeah, they've just shown phenomenal skill and finesse. Hype going through to be in a position of at least third. They'll have to play the loser of either Skog Support 2.0 or Hasso wins these every day in the lower bracket final. But next up, we will have the upper bracket semi-final, of course, where Skoskabor and of course
Hasu wins these every day.
And Hasu wins these every day will go in.
Yeah, that's going to be a phenomenal match. Both teams have at least 3 or 4 CCL players, which is right now every weekend. It's so good to watch these pro players play again in this